We all knew Caitlin Clark was unique and a once-in-a-generation talent, but what White just revealed was something no one saw coming. Within a few training sessions, Caitlin Clark did something that left her coach Stephanie White speechless. Before we get into the good stuff, take a moment to like this video. One small aspect of Clark's training sets her apart from practically every other player White has ever coached, including some of the biggest WNBA legends. What did Clark do that made White compare her to the greatest of all time? And why does this change everything for the WNBA? Caitlin Clark isn't just here to play. She's here to take over. Additionally, by joining our team and subscribing to the channel, you'll always be up to date on the most recent WNBA news, expert analysis, and summaries of key movements. Just like this, don't miss it. We've covered every possible scenario, so press the like button. Let's dive right in when you subscribe. Let's now discuss why this is such a significant issue. After just a few practice sessions with Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's head coach Stephanie White, who has witnessed some of the best players in WNBA history, was taken aback. Clark had hardly even set foot on the court and is already drawing attention in ways that no one anticipated.
So Stephanie White is obviously now the coach of the Indiana Fever, and that is a good thing.
We already knew Clark was a generational talent. We already knew she was the face of women's basketball before even playing a single WNBA game. But White just revealed something that changes everything about how Clark will impact this league. One small detail in her training caught White completely off guard, something that separates Clark from almost every other player she's ever coached. And when a coach who has worked with legends like Tama Catchings makes a comparison like that, you know it's a big deal. And let's be honest, Stephanie White has seen a lot. This isn't some coach who just throws out compliments to make headlines. She's been around coach legends and understands what greatness looks like. So when she says Clark's work ethic reminds her of a Hall of Famer, it's time for everyone to start paying attention. What makes this even crazier is that Clark is just getting started. We're not talking about a player who's already peaked. She's still learning, still evolving, and still pushing herself beyond the limits of what people expect from her. Every time she steps onto the court, she's improving, fine-tuning her game, and making adjustments that make her even more dangerous. And here's the kicker. When a rookie enters the gym with the vigor, self-assurance, and work ethic of an experienced veteran, it pushes everyone around her to step up, which is how culture changes and how a franchise begins to change. Clark isn't just impressing the coaching staff. Her teammates are also taking notice.
This is big in my opinion. It's big for Caitlin Clark, it's big for women's basketball.
Let's take a closer look at what it is about Clark that is having such a significant influence. For those who don't know, Tama Catchings is a WNBA legend, a Hall of Famer, and regarded as one of the hardest working players to ever step on the court. The fact that Clark, a rookie, is already being compared to Catchings in terms of effort and commitment is insane. Stephanie White has coached some of the best players in the game and isn't the type to spread unwarranted praise. So when she says that Caitlin Clark's work ethic reminds her of Tama Catchings, that's not just hype. White acknowledged that she has only worked with Clark a few times thus far, but she has already noticed a certain drive that sets decent players apart from legends. Clark isn't just showing up for practice and following the routine. She's driven to improve and analyzes the game like an expert. She pushes herself and asks the proper questions. Beyond expectations, here's the insane part. Clark is just getting started, yet she's already blowing everyone away. White hasn't even fully coached her yet, but let's be clear, this isn't just about making spectacular passes and shooting threes. Clark is distinct because she is obsessed with every facet of the game: defense, footwork, playmaking, you name it. She's training to dominate, not just to maintain her skills. That's a whole different mindset. She's always improving her shot mechanics to make sure she can shoot from anywhere on the court, release shots faster, and be more accurate under pressure. She's also concentrating on increasing her defensive awareness, anticipating plays before they happen, and making sure she can guard multiple positions effectively. This all-around approach is elevating her to a new level, but it doesn't end there. Clark has an extremely high basketball IQ. She not only plays the game, but also analyzes every play, move, and situation that occurs on the floor. She also obsessively watches films and breaks down the tendencies of her opponents. You often see seasoned pros, not rookies, finding out how to take advantage of flaws and making adjustments on the fly with this degree of attention to detail. Let's also discuss her conditioning. In addition to honing her talents, Clark is making sure her body can handle the rigorous demands of a WNBA season by increasing her endurance, strengthening her, and improving her agility.
Caitlin Clark is back in the lab, or should I say, her natural habitat. The Fever shared footage of Clark getting a workout in with new head coach Stephanie White.
The goal of this kind of training is to remain excellent for many years to come, not just to be good. Beyond her own personal development, Clark has an infectious work ethic that inspires her teammates to match her intensity. When a rookie outperforms veterans, it has a cascading effect that causes the entire team to suddenly train harder, compete at a higher level, and improve their game. Perhaps most impressively, Clark embraces the grind. While some players may view extra work as a burden, she thrives on it because she understands that greatness isn't just about talent, but also about the countless hours put in behind the scenes.
She moves different. She sees the floor different. She shoots different. There's just a level of excitement.
What does all of this mean for Clark's future? If she's already demonstrating this level of discipline, commitment, and hunger as a rookie, just think of where she'll be in a few years. We're talking about a player who isn't just looking to make an impact. She's looking to redefine what's possible in the WNBA. However, Clark's mindset not only makes her a great player, but it also makes her the kind of leader who inspires everyone around her. But wait, there's more. One of the most common myths about Caitlin Clark is that she might be too famous to receive coaching. Because she is already so well known in women's basketball, some detractors have implied that she could object to receiving coaching from instructors who haven't achieved as much as she has, but that couldn't be further from the reality. Stephanie White clarified, "Clark wants to be coached. She's not just receptive to criticism, she's demanding it. She wants to be challenged and pushed. She wants to be the best basketball player of all time." Consider how uncommon it is for a player to break records and be among the greatest in the game while still wanting to get better.
See, she worked up a sweat. Stephanie White looks focused. Some instructions. This is like tight handle work to keep her handle strong, keep the ball protected, be able to navigate in smaller spaces.
She could easily coast on her talent and innate shooting ability, but instead she's demanding more. She wants to be legendary, not just great, and if she's already elite now, just think of what she'll be in a few years, an intimidating prospect for all other WNBA teams. Clark's unmatched level of dedication shows that she wants to dissect every aspect of her game and rebuild it even stronger. She is the kind of player who will take a small flaw and work on it obsessively until it's no longer a weakness. Her ability to take criticism and apply it immediately sets her apart from many young players. Clark isn't just taking advice from her coaches. She's actively looking for ways to improve, whether it's watching hours of game tape to improve her footwork or working tirelessly on her endurance. Some athletes resist coaching or struggle to adjust their game, but not Clark. She understands that even the best have room to improve, and she's embracing every challenge head-on. And let's not forget, this attitude is contagious. When your leader is constantly striving to improve, it pushes the entire team to work harder. That's exactly what's happening in Indiana. The Fever players are watching Clark strive and realizing they have to elevate their own games just to keep up. This is the kind of mentality that turns a team from mediocre to championship level. The fact that Clark is embracing this mindset so early in her career shows just how special she is. And speaking of leadership, let's talk about how Clark is already stepping up in ways that even veterans struggle with. While you've made it this far, that must mean you're really enjoying the video, right? So why not take a quick second to hit that follow button? It's totally free, super simple, and helps us keep bringing you more awesome content, especially if you love the WNBA. Whether it's game highlights, player spotlights, or behind-the-scenes moments, we got you covered. Plus, by following, you'll never miss a beat when it comes to your favorite teams and players. Go on, tap that follow now. All right, now that we're back on track, let's discuss leadership. Even though Caitlin Clark hasn't participated in a single WNBA game, she is already taking charge of the Fever training camp. Not only is this uncommon, but it's practically unheard of for a rookie to earn this much respect from her coaches and teammates before even participating in her first professional game. The majority of rookies join the league with the intention of becoming professionals by establishing themselves on their own. They concentrate on adjusting to the physicality of the game, speed, and leadership of the team, which typically occurs years after a player has made a name for themselves. But Clark is in the lead from day one. Despite having worked with many young athletes in the past, Stephanie White is observing something unique about Clark. The way she conducts herself, engages with teammates, and expects excellence from everyone in the gym.
It also looks like Caitlin is bulked up a little bit, like she's put on a little muscle mass to be ready for next season, which is an MVP season loaded.
Her talent, work ethic, and leadership are laying the groundwork for something truly remarkable.
When you think about the great point guards and post players that our game, not just our league, but our game has seen, they are going to go as the greatest.
What does all of this indicate for the other WNBA teams? If Caitlin Clark is already startling her coach during training camp, does that mean the other teams are in serious trouble? In addition to her talent, Clark is bringing a level of leadership and preparation that will make her unstoppable. She is not only playing basketball, she is making a statement every time she takes the court. Her style of play is unique and is establishing a new standard that the other teams in the league must meet.
Caitlin Clark's going to be the MVP of the WNBA next year. I almost have no doubt. What we saw from her as a rookie, the fact that she's going to get better.
She is joining the WNBA at a time when women's basketball is receiving more media attention, fans, and pressure than ever before. But if you think that pressure would deter her, think again. Clark does well. She's built for the spotlight and, based on her training, she's enjoying every second of it. Every game she plays will be closely watched, with every move, shot, and analysis scrutinized. And guess what? That's exactly how she likes it. She's not just entering the league as another talented rookie. She's entering as a player who has the ability to change the balance of power.
I'm excited about the opportunity to work with them. I'm excited about the opportunity that we have to build from those starting points and build out, and for the longevity.
She is a full package due to her ability to control the game with her passing, shooting, and leadership. The rest of the league needs to wake up because Caitlin Clark isn't just making waves. She's making history. If this is just the beginning, just think of what she'll do once she steps onto the WNBA stage for real. Stephanie White is already in awe, and her teammates are stepping up, so the entire league better be paying attention. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay up to date on everything WNBA, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. We've got all the latest updates, in-depth dives, and the best basketball stories coming your way. What do you think? Will Caitlin Clark live up to the hype and take over the WNBA? Please share your opinions in the comments section below, and let's start a discussion. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one. That's it for now.